quiet house where shadows breathe, a photograph no one believes. She stands alone where dreams were torn, a mother watching the world be born wrong. I gave my heart to streets of stone, where lovers bought but never owned. I taught my child to speak the truth, but truth gets buried in broken youth. The world outside speaks sharp and cold, where kindness fades and faith grows old. I see it all through tired eyes, a million silent goodbyes. And I ask the wind why hearts divide, why love must always run and hide. And I am the hands that raise the storm, the warmth that tried to keep you warm. But life outside the door was loud, it swallowed every sacred vow. If I could turn the night to day, I'd take your pain and take it away. But I'm just a mother standing still between your dreams and broken will. Come and go, like fading stars in neon glow. They promise forever in the rain and leave behind their hidden pain. My child believes in open skies, but I see truth behind their lies. A world that sells its fragile soul to feel alive, to feel control. And every smile feels incomplete, like echoes lost on crowded streets. Say, I am the hands that raise the storm, the heart that tried to keep you warm. But love gets lost in endless noise, in shattered dreams and broken boys. If I could write a different fate, I'd heal the world before too late. But I'm just a mother standing still between your love and iron will. For mercy in these human fights. If love is real, then why does it bleed in every heart that will not heed? I am the hands that raise the storm, the voice that tried to keep you warm. And though the world keeps pulling down, just a mother standing here, turning sorrow into fear. A quiet house where echoes stay, and love won't ever drift away. folded dreams into paper thin. Where do I end and you begin? A mother's heart, a fragile line between your world and mine and time. I wake to mornings painted gray. The world keeps rushing far away. My child grows taller than my fear, but I still hold you near. You speak of love like it's a fire, burning bright with sweet desire. But I have seen how flames can lie and leave you cold when they die. These are letters never sent to the life I might have spent, where love was simple, not a war, and hearts don't bleed behind closed doors. I wrote your name into the sky and watched the reasons pass me by. I'm just a mother learning how to love you then, to love you now. And light, where truth is blurred in endless night. Friends turn strangers overnight, and wrong can sometimes feel like right. I try to speak, you look away, like I'm a voice that time betrayed. But every silence that you keep cuts me deeper when I sleep. These are letters never sent to the years I never spent, where love was not a sacrifice, but something warm, something nice. I wrote your future in my hand, but life refused to understand. I'm just a mother standing near, holding love and holding fear. If time could bend, I'd rewrite pain, wash every scar with falling rain. But all I have is what remains, a love that never complains. These are letters never sent, still they hold what I meant. Through every storm, through every tear, I loved you more than I could hear. And if the world forgets my name, my love for you will stay the same. I'm just a mother standing true in every line I wrote for you. Letters drift into the night, still holding on. still holding tight. There was a time I ran through light with open hands and endless night. Before I became the weight I wear, a mother learning how to care. Now silence sits where laughter used to be, and every choice comes back to me. I lived in colors I can't name, where love and hunger felt the same. I chased the world like it was mine, ignored the warnings and the signs. I built my life on shifting sand, with dreams too heavy for my hands. And in the rush to be someone, I lost the one I could have become. Now every mirror speaks too clear of all I built on love and fear. I am the ashes of my younger voice, the echo of a broken choice, a woman standing in between what I was and what I've been. I gave my heart to empty skies, then learned the truth behind the lies. Now all I want is to repair the love I failed to keep right there. I see my child look up at me like I still hold purity, but I am fractured, tired and torn from every battle I was born. The world outside is sharp and fast, it doesn't care about the past. It teaches love, then takes it back and leaves you walking off the track. I try to guide, I try to stay, but silence steals my words away. And I pretend I'm strong and sure, while every wound still feels so pure. I am the ashes of my younger voice, the echo of a broken choice, a mother standing in the rain, trying to love through all her pain. If I could speak to who I was, I'd tell her life is more than must. But I'm still learning how to be a softer version left in me. Love is meant to heal the scars. Why do we reach so far from hearts I gave my life to everything, yet lost the songs I used to sing? I am the ashes of my younger voice, still learning how to make a choice between the past I can't undo and every breath I owe to you. My child, my love, my reason why I won't let all this passion die. Even if I'm torn apart, you still remain my truest heart. was a time I ran through light. Now I just stay and try to fight. I used to think the world was loud, a place where truth gets lost in crowds. But now I hear it differently in the quiet parts of me. Every scar becomes a sound when no one else is around. I walked through years of giving more than I could ever hold in store. A woman shaped by duty's hand, trying hard to understand. Love was never just a word, it was the silence I endured. Between the meals, the late night calls, and breaking down behind the walls. The world outside kept changing face, while I was frozen in one place. And I believe that strength meant none of my mistakes could come undone. This is where my silence learned to speak, through every crack and every week. I am a mother, I am pain, I am the shelter through the rain. Love is not what I once knew, it's what I break myself into. For every child, for every tear, for every moment I stay here. I see my child become the world, a different truth, a different swirl. They speak in ways I can't contain, yet still I try to feel their pain. They love, they fall, they rise, they break, they make the same mistakes I make. And in their eyes I see my past, a fragile echo moving fast. I wanna hold them close, but time keeps pulling life out of the line. And every step they take away feels like a prayer I cannot say. This is where my silence learned to speak, not from strength but feeling weak. I am a mother, I am scars, still reaching for unreachable stars. Love is not perfection's face, it is surviving time and place. And if I fall for you in everything I try to do. If I could rewrite all I've done, I'd still be here, still be the one who failed, who tried, who learned to stay through every breaking day. No perfect soul, no perfect life, just love that cuts like any knife. But even pain can find its way to teach us how to love someday. This is where my silence learned to speak, no longer hidden, no longer became. Through all the loss, through all the shame. And if the world forgets my name, my love will still remain the same. Not perfect, but it's always true. I live, I break, I breathe for you. I used to think the world was loud. Now I hear myself inside the crowd. A ticking clock in empty rooms, a life that blooms inside the fumes of choices made too young, too fast, of trying hard to make things last. But time don't wait, it never bends. It only breaks and never mends. My strength like heavy skin to hide the cracks I kept within. A woman lost in roles I played, in debts of love I never paid. The world outside was sharp and bright. It taught me wrong could feel like right. I gave my heart to broken deals, to empty words and fake ideas. Somewhere in that endless race, I lost the softness in my face. Now I hear echoes of my past, too fragile, gone too fast. I am the mother the world forgot to see. Behind the noise of what should be, the heart that broke but still survived, a soul that stayed, though barely alive. I loved in ways I can't explain, through every joy, through every pain. And if I failed along the way, it was to keep my child from grave. My child grows up in digital light, where truth and fiction blur at night. They trust a world I cannot hold, a newer story being told. We speak but words don't always land, like footprints lost in shifting sand. I try to guide, they pull away, a silent war we cannot say. Still in their eyes I sometimes see the child I used to be. And every distance feels so near, yet disappears when I am here. I am the mother the world forgot to see. Not perfect, but still standing free. 1,000 failures in my hands, yet still I try to understand. Love is not what I once knew, it's what I lose, it's what I do. And even when I fall apart, I still protect this fragile heart. If life could show me where to turn, I'd take the lessons I had to learn and give them back in softer ways to heal my child's future days. But all I have is here and now, a broken vow, a sacred vow, to stay, to fight, to understand. With trembling heart and open hands, I am the mother the world forgot to see, but I still choose to believe in me. Through every storm, through every night, I hold my child within the light. Still remain and stay. A ticking clock, a softer room. A mother learns she is not doomed. I used to think that love was pain, a cycle I could not explain. But now I see it differently. It's not what breaks me, it's what frees me. The world keeps turning fast and loud, but I have learned to stand my ground. I lived inside 1,000 roles, a careful heart, a guarded soul, a woman shaped by hands of time. By every cross I chose to climb, I gave my youth to fragile things, to promises and wedding rings, to dreams that didn't stay too long, but somehow taught me right from wrong. And in the silence left behind, I found a voice I didn't mind. Not every wound is meant to fade. Some are the price of what I made. I am falling softly into grace, through every tear upon my face. A mother learning how to be both strong and still set free. Love is not a perfect art, it's every scar upon my heart. And if I break to grow in ways I never used to know. My child speaks words I didn't teach, yet somehow they still reach a world of phones and endless light, where truth is hidden out of sight. We clash, we heal, we fall, we rise. We search for meaning in disguise, and though we don't always agree, they are still the best of me. I see myself in their mistakes, in every risk their future takes, and every distance we endure is just another way to cure. I am falling softly into grace, not trying to win any race, just holding love within my hands while life keeps shifting its demands. I am a is more than must. It's not the weight you have to bear, but learning how to breathe the air. No perfect path, no perfect way, just love that grows from day to day. And every fall becomes a start, a healing place inside the heart. To think that love was pain, now I know it stays through everything. The air I breathe, I'd spell the things I can't release. A mother standing in between the life I had and what I've seen. The world outside keeps calling loud, but here I am, still here somehow. Learn to speak in quiet ways, in folded thoughts and muted days. A woman stitched from sacrifice, from broken rules and compromise. I gave my trust to fleeting hands, to never held in shifting plans. And every love I tried to save turned into lessons time engraved. Now I don't run like I once did, I carry all the things I hid. And every silence knows my name, it calls me softly, not in shame. These are letters written in my breathing, and every loss and every leaving. I am a mother, I am pain, I am the shelter in the rain. Love is not a straight line road, it's every burden that I hold. And still I choose to stay and feel, to make the broken somehow heal. My child speaks truth in different tones, a world I cannot call my own. They love in ways I didn't learn. They fall, they rise, they crash, they burn. We misunderstand, we turn away, and find each other anyway. In small forgiveness, quiet grace, in time that no one can replace. And in their laugh I sometimes hear the girl I used to be right here. And all the distance turns to near when love dissolves the weight of fear. These are letters written in my breathing, and all the things I keep believing. I am a mother, not alone. I build my world from skin and bone, not perfect, not untouched by flame, but still I answer to my name. And every scar I hold inside is where my truth has learned to hide. I'd ask you why. It teaches love, then makes it die. But maybe pain is just a door to something deeper than before. No easy path, no final line, just hearts that break and still align. And in the breaking I can see the woman I was meant to be. These are letters written in my breathing, in every ending, every healing. I am a mother, I remain, through joy, through distance, through the pain. And if the world forgets my face, my love will still stay in its place. Not loud, not proud, but always true. I live, I break, I breathe for you. If I could write the air I breathe, it would still belong to you. Neon lights on tired streets, 1,000 hearts I never meet. They pass me by like fading ghosts, each one holding what hurts most. I stand between the rush and still, a quiet heart against the will. I learned to love in crowded noise, where every promise loses voice. A mother raised in sharp divide between what's real and what they hide. The world today is fast and thin, it sells you peace, then pulls you in. And I believed too many times in polished words and perfect lines. Now I collect the pieces lost at a price I never thought would cost. And every face I pass I see a version of what used to be. These are concrete prayers I whisper low, where only broken mothers go. I am the love that stays behind when everything else falls out of line. I am regret and I am grace, a tired smile on my face. And if the world keeps breaking true, I will still rebuild for you. My child moves through electric skies, through filtered truths and borrowed lies. They love in ways I don't control, but still they carry half my soul. We speak in pauses, half-held breath between connection and neglect. I try to reach them through the screen, where human touch becomes unseen. And yet I know beneath it all, they still hear me when I call. And every silence still contains the echoes of my healing pains. These are concrete prayers I broken world, I do still find my way back home to you. If love is lost in modern sound, then I will build it from the ground. No digital heart, no empty flame, just something real enough to name. And if I fall to learn how every bridge is built to burn, but still I cross it every day to keep the distance far away. These are concrete breaths I breathe. In every wound I still believe. I am a mother, I remain through modern life, through endless strain. And if the world forgets my name, my love will still burn just the same. Not perfect, not untouched, but true. I built my life by loving you. Neon lights on tired streets, but my heart still finds its beat. There's a world that never sleeps, where every promise softly leaks through fingers tired of holding on to things that break before too long. And I am here, still standing still, between what is and what I feel. Learned to love through borrowed time, through fractured vows and crooked lines. A woman shaped by what she gave, not what she kept or tried to save. The city taught me how to bend, how every truth can break or mend. And in the noise of daily life, I lost the edge between wrong and right. But still I carry every face of love I couldn't quite replace. And every night I hear it call, the weight of what I gave my all. Under my skin, the world outside, where every truth and lie collide. I am a mother, I am torn from every choice I have been born. I gave my heart to learn the cost of every love I almost lost. And still I stand, though far from free, becoming what I need to be. My child grows up in faster days, and shifting trends and changing ways. They speak in codes I can't decode, on endless digital roads. We try to talk, we drift apart, yet still they live inside my heart. A mirror of the life I knew, but painted in a different hue. I wonder if they understand the love that trembles in my hand. And all my silence starts to speak when I am strong but feel so weak. I could rewrite all I've known, I'd plant softer seeds I've sown. But every wound has made me see the truth of what I had to be. No saints in human skin, just wars we fight and never win. But still I choose to rise again, through love, through loss, through everything. Under my skin the world still stays, through every storm, through endless days. I am a mother, I remain a quiet shelter through the pain. And if the world forgets my name, my love will still burn just the same. Not perfect, but eternally true. I live, I break, I breathe for you. Under my skin, the world outside, but love stays here deep inside. Held the world inside my hands. Before I knew it leaves no plans. It shifts, it breaks, it slips away. No matter what I try to say, and in the quiet of my room, I hear the echoes of what bloomed. I lived a life with small mistakes, of all the love a heart can take. A woman walking through the storm, trying to keep my child warm. The world outside speaks loud and fast. It never cares about the past. It teaches love and changes rules, and leaves behind the broken fools. I gave myself to what I knew, but still I lost a part of truth. And every night becomes a prayer for all the things I wasn't there. The world I raised inside my head was never meant to understand the weight of love, the weight of time, the fragile line between two lives. I am a mother, I am pain, I am the shelter in the rain. And every scar I carry through is just another way I love you. My child becomes a stranger's dream, shifting lights and in between. They speak in ways I cannot hold, yet still the story feels like gold. We clash, we fall, we turn away, then find each other every day. In small forgiveness, quiet grace, and learning how to share the space. And I see me inside their eyes, a different truth, a different sky. And all the silence turns to sound, and love is still, yet still profound. The world I raised inside my hands was built from broken, shifting sands, but still I stand. I still believe in everything I had to leave. I am not perfect, I am real. every wound I learn to heal. And even when I come undone, I am still mother, I am one. If I could hold the past again, I'd change the loss, I'd take the pain. But maybe loss is how we grow, in ways we never used to know. No perfect life, no perfect frame, just hearts that learn to stay the same. And in the breaking I can see the love that made a part of me. The world I raised inside my head, still learning how to understand. I am a mother, I remain through joy, through distance, through the pain. And if the world forgets my name, my love will still remain the same. Not perfect, but eternally true. I live, I break, I breathe for you. I held the world inside my hand, let it go to understand. I wanna fall in love, I wanna build a home, I wanna be someone they'll never leave alone. You will, and it will cost you more than you know. I'll give my heart, I won't hold back. You'll give too much and never get it back. But love is worth it, right? It is. But no one tells you what it takes from you. I'll be happy. You learn to pretend. I became the echo of who I used to be. I hear a voice inside my head, the girl I was, the words she said, so full of hope, so unaware of all the weight I'd have to bear. I chased a life I thought was right, through endless days and sleepless nights. And somewhere in the roles I played, I watched that version slowly fade. She dreamed in colors I see in gray, but she still hasn't gone away. I'm just the echo she became, a different soul, a borrowed name. A mother strong, a heart confined between the past and present time. Through every love that slipped away, through every price I had to pay, I carry who I used to be inside the ghost that's now me. I loved a man who loved the light, but never saw my darker nights. We built a world that couldn't stay, then watched it slowly drift away. The friends I had turned into dust, broken by time, by loss of trust. And in the silence left behind, I faced the truth I couldn't find. She used to trust without a doubt. Now I just live with figuring out. I'm just the echo she became, a different soul, a borrowed name. A mother strong, a heart confined between the past and present time. Through every love that slipped away, through every price I had to pay, I carry who I used to be inside the ghost that's now me. If I could reach across the years, I'd hold her close, I'd calm her fears, I'd tell her life will break her down, but she'll still rise without a crown. And though she'll lose herself in pain, she'll find a way to love again. Not who she was, but something true. A stronger heart will carry through. I miss who I was, but I'm still here. I'm not just echoes anymore. I'm something stronger than before. A mother's love, a guiding light, even through the darkest nights. Through every scar and every flame, I learned I'm more than just the pain. And though her voice still lives in me, I am who I choose to be. I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still here. Good evening, tonight's top story. A woman who had everything and somehow lost herself. Sources report she was last seen smiling in public, while silently collapsing behind closed doors. Witnesses describe her as strong, though no one could confirm what she was carrying. In other news, love has once again failed to meet expectations. Family bonds remain under pressure, and emotional fatigue reaches an all-time high. Authorities are still investigating how someone can give so much and still feel completely empty. If you have any information about the woman she used to be, please come forward. They tell my story like it's clean, a headline made for TV screens, but they don't see the in-between, the fragile cracks behind the scenes. I learned to smile on cue, on time, to hide the truth between the lines. A perfect image I maintain, while drowning slowly in the strain. They call it strength, I call it pain, a quiet loss I can't explain. Breaking news, she's falling down, but still won't let it show in town. A mother holding worlds inside, with nowhere left to run and hide. Through every lie she tells to cope, through shattered dreams and fading hope, she gives her all, then gives some more, till she forgets what she's fighting for. Love turned into a headline lie, Two hearts that couldn't testify. We spoke in words that lost their way. Too little truth, too much too late. And friendships turned to distant names, lost in time and silent blame. The world kept spinning, didn't care, while I was breaking unaware. They never ask, they never stay, they just move on and look away. Breaking news, she's falling down, but still won't let it show in town. A mother holding worlds inside, with nowhere left to run and hide. Through every lie she tells to cope, through shattered dreams and fading hope. She gives her all, then gives some more, till she forgets what she's fighting for. What she's fighting for. If I could rewrite every line, take back the weight, reclaim what's mine, I'd tell the truth I hid so deep, the promises I couldn't keep. But maybe stories don't just end, maybe they break and start again. And even now, beneath the pain, there's something left for me to gain. This just in, she's still alive, still trying. Breaking news, she's standing now, not perfect, but she's stronger somehow. A mother learning how to breathe beyond the life she couldn't leave. Through every scar and every tear, she's facing everything she feared. And though the past still leaves its mark, she's finding light inside the dark. And in a final update, the woman was never missing. She was just waiting to find herself again. Hello? You've reached the support line. Are you in danger? Long silence. No. I'm just tired. Can you tell me your name? Hesitation. I don't know anymore. I used to be someone before I became everything for everyone else. Are you alone right now? Quiet exhale. I'm surrounded, but I've never felt this alone. Okay, I'm here. You can talk. I don't know where to begin. Soul who feels like me. I built a life they said was right, through endless days and hollow nights. And somewhere in the lines I crossed, I didn't see what it would cost. They call me strong, they call me brave, but strength became the mask I gave. The light's still open, hear me now. I'm breaking, but I don't know how to say the thing promise he would stay, but promises just fade to gray. We built a world that couldn't last. Now all that's left is in the past. And friends became just passing names, lost in time and quiet blame. The world moved on, I stood still here, drowning slowly in my fear. I gave my heart without a shield. Now all I have is what I feel. The line's still open, hear me now. I'm breaking, but I don't know how to say the things I've held inside, the truth I've always tried to hide. A mother's love, a silent fight, to hold it in, to make it right. But every word I never say is slowly pulling me away. If I could say it all tonight, would someone stay and hold me tight? Or would they turn and walk away, like every love that couldn't stay? But in the dark a voice remains, telling me I'm not just pain, that even now it's not too late to change the ending, change my fate. Are you still there? I'm here. The line's still open, I won't hide. I'll let them see what's locked inside. A mother's heart, both strong and torn, still learning how to be reborn. Through every scar and every tear, I'll face the truth I used to fear. And maybe love will finally stay when I stop pushing it away. Thank you for listening. I'll be better tomorrow. I promise. 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 I just need one more chance, one more day to fix everything. I'll be better tomorrow. I'll be better tomorrow. I've been saying that for years. I'll be better tomorrow. I promise. Tomorrow always felt so close, a place where I could fix it most. But every day just slips away and leaves me with the same mistakes. I tried to be what they all needed, ignoring every silent plea. And in the echoes of not yet, I built a life of deep regret. I kept on chasing who I'd be and lost the person inside me. I'm stuck inside this endless loop of all the things I didn't do. A mother's heart that tries to mend but breaks the same way in the end. Through every vow I couldn't keep, through Love came and left without a sound. Another promise breaking down. We said forever meant for now, but never learned the why or how. And friendship faded into space, just empty names I can't replace. The world moved on, I stayed the same, repeating cycles I can't change. I told myself just one more try, but watch the years keep passing by. I'm stuck inside this endless loop of all the things I didn't do. A mother's heart that tries to mend, but breaks the same way in the end. Through every vow I couldn't keep, through every night I couldn't sleep, I keep on saying I'll be fine while losing pieces over time. What if tomorrow never comes? What if the change I need is now? What if the voice I keep ignoring is the only truth I've ever found? I can't keep living in rewind, replaying every fault of mine. Maybe the cycle has to break with one real step, one choice I make. Not tomorrow. I'll be better today. I'll be better.